With us, let's start our query segment, and I'm just going to use my phone for reference here to get the first query on Z Entertainment. This is one stock where I guess we're getting a lot of queries. Bhasin Saab is also ready. We'll connect with him. 2,500 shares of Z. Harivansh Rajput. Thank you, Mr. Rajput, for your query. 2,500 shares of Z. The price target is at from Z from August 2020. Should I add, hold, or sell? Now, my sense is that Z, you may argue and say that in the near term, worst of the event risk is behind us. To make a case that Z actually after today's move has bottomed out, it really would be too early. I think in my book, Z now is in this wait and watch mode, where the next course of action would be a function of how the institutional investors who own more than 50% stake in Z, they decide to really take a call on their investment. Then could there be liabilities and legal troubles because this is a merger which was on the table and suddenly two parties have walked off. So I guess in my book, I guess Z would be something which you should be holding and watching rather than preempting anything else. The worst looks like in terms of prices behind us, but I don't think we are in for some V-shaped recovery. So Bhasin Saab, the worst looks like is behind us. Should one hold on now to Z? Because jo bhi hona tha ho gaya.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yes, Nikunj, you've summed it up correctly. But remember, institutions, that's LIC, mutual funds now own 63% of stake in that, including FIs. And they are not just passive investors. So there will be a lot of acrimony and court cases. But you can't get this company at a market cap of less than 20,000 crore. I think that there will be some solution. And like I said, there will be a little bit of wranglings. The business underlying remains robust. But like you said, it is a time-bound process till we get more news. And every day the news will keep changing. That is the character of the uncohesive thing which has happened because of this fallout with Sony. I still think there's a lot of value in this stock, but I would tell him to just stay put. And if you want to be in a media stock, then maybe Sun TV is giving us a very good opportunity in this correction. But for the time being, Z is a hold.
Babu from Trivandrum, I've got 1,000 shares of IDFC, buy, sell or hold. Now, but since I have the numbers of IDFC Bank, which would be the future entity which would house both IDFC and IDFC Bank, the numbers were not that impressive. Can one really ignore what we saw or what we heard from the management yesterday?
Well, you'll have to take it with a glass half full, half empty. There is a management which is very, very preemptive and which gives you the full, picture. But on the other hand, you know that the merger will create a huge behemoth which will have the AIF, the mutual fund and the holding company. I think the value unlocking over a period of time as the MSME book reduces will be very, very sharp. So I think it's a hold over here. If you want to add, this is a good price to do a SIP. But I think IDFC First over the next 3 to 6 months as deposits increase and the market gets better on the economy could head towards 3 figures.
Really appreciate your time. Thank you viewers for sending us your queries. We will try and accommodate as many queries as possible. But that's it on this edition of Tracking Trends. It was all about banks today. Hopefully in next couple of days we will get a clarity on to where the banking sector is moving. But as of now, a lot of bullish estimates for the banking sector have been shaped down. Stay tuned. You're watching ET Now. Last 1 hour of trade is something what we'll capture right after this break.